Hello everyone, welcome. Cara Melendi here with an astrology update for you. So this is just such an interesting month in the cosmos throughout February, and I want to share some of these main highlights, some of these main themes, because I feel in so many ways it's like we're at a turning point right now as well in what's happening in our life, where we are asked to go, what we are being asked to really say yes to and step into in a bigger way. So I want to touch on that today. And there's also some aspects that are happening this weekend. And when I say aspects, this is the relationship of planets and how they're affecting us here on Earth. And some of these are the only time in our lifetime where we are going to see this. So when that happens, it really is this opportunity and this invitation to take action and to create these changes in our life. So say hi as you jump in. I feel like I've got a hair just right over my face here. It's itching me. All right, so we got Emily here, Lamorla, Samantha, Becky, Barbara. So say hi as you jump on. Let me know how you are feeling right now. How are you experiencing some of these energies? We're just coming off from a powerful new moon. We're still in Aquarius season, and we really are at a time right now of when I was feeling into the word for this month, it feels like creativity. We are really stepping into our own creativity in a bigger way, unleashing our creative powers in the world in a whole new way. And that just feels so exciting to me. And it's not only how I express myself creatively, how I show up creatively, but I feel it's as powerful manifestors, as powerful creators in our life, we are learning what it means to step into that, to allow the power of the universe to flow through us. Hi, Nina. How are you? Beautiful. Becky, Alice, getting so many downloads. I can't keep up. I love it. Yeah, me too, right? And I love it. And that's Aquarius energy too. We are still in Aquarius season, and this Aquarius energy is about progression. It's about thinking outside the box. It's about seeing things in a way that we never have before and applying creative solutions to our current situation. And again, we're going to see this on a larger scale. As the collective, we're going to see these new ideas that are being applied to old ways of doing things. But you're probably going to feel this in your life as well, where if you've been stuck in a certain area, whether it's in a relationship or your finances, where this new idea that just feels very divinely guided, very inspired, comes in and it helps you see things in a new way that you haven't before. And as far as the divine downloads, when later this month on the 18th, when the sun moves into the sign of Pisces, we are going to feel that in a bigger way. And that's why I want to talk a little bit today as well about the power of our intuition and how to really trust that. And that's just a big theme right now as well. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Nikki. So say hi if you are just jumping in. Let me know how you are feeling with these cosmic energies, what your experience has been, whether you're feeling kind of tired out, you're feeling excited, you're feeling new ideas coming in, you're still kind of in that process of doing healing work, because we do have Chiron, which is the wounded healer right now, in the last few degrees of Pisces, and this is huge. So it's about to move into the sign of Aries, and what this signals is a lot of the healing work we've been doing on ourselves. It's we're kind of seeing how that is, I don't know if paying off is the right word, but we're feeling a shift in our energy. We're starting to feel the transformation, and we're stepping into this new area in our life. Alice is saying, I feel a bit confused and weighed by it. Is there something I should be doing to get clearer? Okay, so this is interesting too. We just had Mercury, the messenger, move into the sign of Pisces. So the energy right now, because Mercury governs over our thought process, it governs over our communication. And when it's in the sign of Pisces, the best thing we can do is feel into the energies. It's not about knowing all the little details, because with Mercury and Pisces, we don't necessarily know all the details, but the universe is telling us to, like Abraham Hicks talks about, trust our inner guidance system, trust your intuition, because the way you're going to know the next best decision for you, or if you are on the right path right now, is to feel into it. Does it feel expansive? Does it feel exciting? It doesn't mean that there's not going to be some fear. Anytime we're stepping into our next level self, or we're stepping outside of our comfort zone, it's scary because it's something new, right? So it's like our energy is adjusting to it. We're having these new belief systems that are adjusting, but we know when it's going in the right direction because it just feels expansive. It feels right, even if it's a little scary. And that's very different than like the fear that comes from the inner critic, which is that fear of like old programming, right? Or very like anxiety fear. That's very different than the expansive feeling we get when we say yes to our heart, say yes to where it's guiding us. So that really is the lesson right now from the universe, is like feeling into the energy, being able to trust your intuition and know, because you know in your heart, you know when something just feels right for you, and you know when it feels off, and you know better than like anybody else. I still feel like I have this hair in my face. Sorry. If I'm like itching my nose, I feel like I've got this hair right across my face. Anyway, so you know better than anybody else what is going to be right for you and what is going to be right for your life path. And especially as we go through February and we start to step more into this like Pisces energy, it really is trusting that you know that, and it's learning to say yes to your intuition. And I feel this is something really important to touch on as well, because so this weekend we have a lot of Aries energy, but we're also, what we're learning with our intuition right now is the more that you say yes, when you have that expansive feeling, when something feels right for you, the easier it is to follow and trust your intuition. Because often what happens is we want to do something, whether it's like a program that comes up that feels so right for us, and our intuition is saying yes. When we say no to that, it's like we're denying our intuition. Or it could be a relationship that comes into our experience, and our intuition is saying, say yes to that, contact that person. And if we allow the fear to take over and we don't say yes to that, we're denying our intuition. So the more that, when you, basically, I guess a way to say this is when your intuition is speaking to you, when it's giving you a signal, because our intuition is always calling us towards something, it's not redirecting us away from something out of fear. It's saying, do this. Say yes to this person. Say yes to doing this trip. Say yes to this program. Say yes to yourself and where your heart is leading you. And when you follow that and you say, okay, intuition, I hear you. You have spoken to me. I'm going to take this action, even if it's scary, even if I don't know exactly all the details or how it's going to play out, and I say yes to that, that's when it becomes easier to hear intuition consistently. So let me know if this is resonating with you, or if you have some questions around that, because this month in the cosmos, we're really learning to step into that again, especially on the 18th for the last half of the month when the sun enters Pisces and we have Mercury in Pisces, and we're really learning what it means to listen to our intuition and to say yes when we receive divine guidance. And that's also about not allowing the fear to take over, right? It's like, because we always have a choice. Another way to see this, and this is what Marianne Williamson will also talk about, it's like fear or love, and what path are you on? So I think like our intuition, our soul, our heart, of course, that's all aligned with love. And it's always calling us toward something that is right for us, right? And then the fear is the doubts or the not knowing, the how that creeps in. And moment to moment, we have that choice about which path we will say yes to. All right, let's see some of these questions here. Nina, wow, say yes. So simple yet so profound. I have not been saying yes. Oh, I'm glad that resonates, Nina. Yeah. you know, that's the message I've been coming through. So in addition to doing work with astrology, I also work in the Akashic Records as well. And it's beautiful how these messages just come together. And yeah, it's often the most simple things that are so profound and life-changing. It's like, yeah, say yes to your heart, say yes to your soul, say yes to your intuition. And that's when you start to be in flow with life. Hi, Tara. How are you, goddess? Every time we say yes to intuition, it's like turning up the volume on a radio and you hear it with more clarity. Beautifully said. Every time you listen and act accordingly. It's so true. Hi, Petya. Welcome. Yeah. And it really is. It's like we all have our intuition speaking to us. We can hear it, like it's natural for us to hear it, but then at the same time, if we haven't been saying yes to it, that's where it gets a little tricky, right? But you can decide, even this moment forward, you can make that decision that when your intuition is going to speak to you, you say yes. And I think just like being here today, right, and hearing this, at least you're going to know going forward when your intuition is speaking to you, and it'll be a really conscious choice about whether you decide to then allow the fear to take over or you say yes. So it's almost like once we know and we feel into this information and where we're being guided, we can never really go backwards without consciously being aware that we are allowing fear to take over. And of course, we can choose again. We can choose to align with our intuition. All right, so say hi if you are just jumping in. We're talking about the astrology, current astrology, especially the astrology for February, some of the main themes this weekend, which I'm going to jump into now. Okay, I'm just going to scroll through if there's any more questions. Oh, Becca's here. Hi, Becca. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here. Okay, cool. We've got Gail, Veronica as well. Hello. So the astrology this weekend we have, and this is where it's like once in a lifetime kind of meetups and aspects. So right now we have Mars, which is like what motivates us, what drives our actions, next to Uranus, which is the planet of like chaos, disruption, progression, new ways of seeing things. They have been coming into a stronger and stronger conjunction and meetup in the sign of Aries. And this is the last time in our lifetime we are going to see this. Now, we may come back in another physical body and still experience this meetup, but in these physical bodies, this is the last time we're going to see this meetup in the sign of Aries. And this weekend, the moon is going to join Mars and Uranus in Aries as well. Now, the Aries energy is about initiation. It's all about the self. It's like that inner warrior goddess energy of fully knowing our strength, fully knowing our power, and being willing to say yes despite the challenges, despite the fear, and taking action. Aries energy, and right now we have all planets direct. This is a time to take action, to say yes, and not from a place like, I don't mean force things into place, right? It's not that energy. That's never constructive in manifestation, but it's about the inspired action, right? So it even kind of goes back to what we're saying with intuition. When you feel guided, because throughout your day, your intuition will always speak to you. When you are guided to take a certain action, be aware, listen, and then follow through, because this Aries energy as well, it's going to it's a very fiery energy. So there's going to be a lot coming up. It can be a lot of emotion. We can feel things very deeply, and we want a way to channel and express that in healthy ways as well. So this could be through journaling. It could be through writing. It may be through like moving your body more, exercise, but you want to somehow channel this energy and then couple with like these new divinely guided ideas that are coming in. You also want to be open and receptive to hearing that. So yes, that is pretty cool stuff. Like a once in a lifetime meetup in Aries. And I think there's like so many different ways to kind of feel into what this is saying for us, but like combined with some of the other things happening in the cosmos, and let me know if you relate to this as well. It really does feel like a new beginning for so many of us in all areas of our life, because it's like we're seeing ourselves and our power in a whole new way. And not, when I say power, I think it's very much like personal power, empowerment, the ability we have to create the life experiences we desire. That's what I feel we're stepping into. And it really is like an up level in many ways. It's like a new version of ourselves that we're having to feel into. And that can be a little bit scary as well, because we're getting used to a new energy, a new way of seeing the world, a new set of beliefs. And the cosmic energies right now are saying like, yes, I have your back, right? As Gabby Bernstein would say, the universe has your back. And I love how the cosmic energies right now are saying, yes, I support you as you move forward. So it can be a little bit scary, of course, because in many ways we're stepping into a new territory. Even in terms of the astrology, some of the aspects are going to move into are new to us. So we're still kind of figuring out how do I channel and work with this energy, but it's just moment by moment saying yes to you, saying ready, like saying yes to almost this new you, the next level self, like staying open to the possibilities of creating this life you desire and trusting all the support that is flowing to you. So let me know if this is making sense. What's coming up for you? Again, I'm open to any questions as well. Angie, hello, beautiful. I've made some insane choices from following my intuition people would never make. Courage too is key. Yes, I love that. And I think that's such a good point, Angie, in like so many ways. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, because sometimes our intuition is guiding us and directing us in a place that if we were to logically look at it, it doesn't make sense. And I think that's sometimes where the fear comes in, because we're like, I don't know the how, right? How am I going to make it happen? But if your intuition is directing you there, you have to trust that the how is going to work out, right? This is where trust and faith is key. And where you say courage, yes, it takes a lot of courage to follow our intuition. And this Aries energy, that really is the focus this weekend. I feel Mars, Uranus, the moon meeting up in the sign of Aries. Aries at its core teaches us courage. I truly believe that. It teaches us courage, and that courage is a choice, that it comes from within, and it comes from fully backing ourselves, fully believing in ourselves. And I love how, again, combined with the Aries energy is we're going to be stepping into Pisces energy nearing the end of February. And where Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So Aries is about getting strong in who I am, believing in myself. And then Pisces teaches us you have so much support from your cosmic team, your angels, guides, loved ones, ascendant masters. So when those come together, it's beautiful. It's like you believe in yourself, but you also believe you're not alone, and you are fully supported, you are fully loved, you are always being guided. And how magical is that, right? When we sink into that, like, it's just such a beautiful feeling, and the creation process can just flow and be so fun too. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Lori, Karen, Veronica is an Aries sun on the cusp. Very cool. Petya, love this in you. Oh, thank you. You are conveying such deep truth. I hear it so deeply and also see it in the slight redness manifesting around your neck and chest. Yes. I was also doing tapping before this too, so that may be part of it. The words you are choosing are resonating so much. Thank you. Oh, you are welcome, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That means a lot. All right, so what else can I talk about here? Tara, you are worthy of all the good things that are being offered. Yes. And that is key too. That's it. Okay, that's another big lesson actually that we are stepping into. So on February the 18th, the sun is going to move into the sign of Aries, and Chiron, the wounded healer, is also going to move into the sign of Aries. So Aries energy again, which is that courage, that inner warrior, learning to be really strong in who we are. Chiron moving into Aries is also about learning self-love on a really deep level. And I think part of that is worthiness, knowing that you are worthy, embracing that feeling of worthiness, because it's from that space so many doors open up as well, right? If we don't believe we are worthy, that's one of the main blocks I know that I've worked through. I think we've all worked through that in many ways, right? Just questioning or wondering, am I really worthy of this? Am I really worthy of all this goodness that can flow to me? And if we don't believe we are worthy, whether it's a relationship, whether it's of the body that we want, the money that we want, it makes it really difficult to come in. So when you come back to this space of affirming and knowing I am worthy because I exist, my worthiness is not dependent on my accomplishments. My worthiness is something that is innate, and we truly connect back to that. It removes so much of the resistance, so much of the blocks, and what we desire can begin to flow through so easily. Hi, Jackie. Oh, I'm going to see you very soon. I'm excited. I am heading to Mexico in like a week from tomorrow on a retreat that Jackie is hosting, so I'm excited. All right, so I also want to share with you as well, my new program, Explore Your Divine Blueprint with the Power of Astrology, is officially open. So if my message has been speaking to you and you want to go deeper in understanding your soul blueprint, the energy you chose when you came into this physical body, this program will be of so much service to you. It's helping you unleash your unique soul gifts, connect to your unique energy signature, uncover your unique intuition, your unique manifesting powers, the life path that your soul chose to be on, and to learn how to harness that in your life, to connect with it, and to also learn the main goddess archetypes in your chart as well, because the goddess energy is expressed in so many beautiful ways, right? And when you like incarnated into this body, you chose to embody the goddess energy in a specific way. So you'll also learn about that in the program. So definitely reach out if you want the details. If you're an astrology lover or you just want to manifest by working more closely with your energy signature, this is for you. So you can just simply send me a message, say you're interested in the new astrology program, and I'll send you a link with all the details. All right, who else do we have here? And what else can I talk about around this? Let's see if there's any other messages coming through around the astrology. All right, so the big one I'm really hearing comes back to this intuition piece. Fully trust your intuition, where it is leading you. There's also a very strong piece around the creative message that I'm feeling into. So we are all creative beings, and creativity can take many different forms. We can be creative in how we live our day-to-day life. We can be creative in terms of our fashion, our style of clothing, the words that we choose to use. And February is about really feeling into where your creative powers lie. And are you fully using your creative powers? Because that really goes hand in hand with joy as well. I feel we all want to express ourselves creatively. So the cosmos right now are helping you really uncover what that looks like for you and how you can kind of channel that creativity in your life. So really kind of feel into that energy and look at where your creative gifts lie and ask yourself, are you using them? And then again, I feel that goes hand in hand with allowing the creative power of the universe to also flow through you, and trust that at your core you are a creative being. All right, let me read some of this. So Angie, surrender to the house. Take courage, faith, and trust in our divinity and guidance with our spiritual essence. Yes, beautiful. That's another big one. I feel surrender is a big theme coming through in February as well. And this is interesting because the energies overall this year in terms of what's happening in the cosmos, but also happening within us. So it's what's happening in the cosmos, the reason we feel it, it's not just happening in the cosmos, it's happening within us. We are all connected. So that's why we experience it as well. So it's we want to do our part. Of course, we have to do our part. We take action, we control what we can. But then it's surrender the rest. And when we surrender, oh my goodness, we release so much resistance when we give ourselves permission to just surrender, to relax, to trust that once we've done our part, the universe will come in and support us, right? Like if we have the energy in motion, if we've been paying attention to how we feel, our belief systems, the thoughts, and just having fun with it all. I don't want to make it sound like work, like it's fun. And these energies right now are saying, let's have fun with it. Don't allow it to get so serious. Yes, we have to put in the work, but manifestation requires joy. It requires being able to play with the energies and have fun with it. And that's when you'll see things beginning to fall into place much more easily as well. So yeah, I love that, Angie. Surrender for sure. Hello, Gail. So trying to clear all my energy blocks, preparing for custody here on Monday, only good energy. Oh, holding loving space for you, Gail. Yes, holding that space. Yeah, we're at an interesting time, I think, like just paying attention even between now and leading up to February 18th, when we're going to see Chiron, the wounded healer, make that shift into Aries. It's like we're on a new journey. We really are. We're on a new journey in terms of like our healing path, in terms of our life, in just so many areas. So I hope this served you today. Let me know if there's questions coming up. If you're on the replay, I love to hear from you too. As you know, I always go back. I'll still answer questions. All right. And if you want in the new program, Explore Your Divine Blueprint, reach out. The pre-work's already happening. So as soon as you sign up, I will take a look at your chart right away, feel into the energies, and look at the major themes that jump out for you, the major things your soul chose to learn this lifetime, and the ruling goddess energies in your chart. So it's super cool. It's so fun. I've been wanting to do this program for so long, but it just felt like the right time. It wasn't like I was putting it off. It was just, it was all coming into the making, and now it's like, it's the time to put it out into the world when people have gone through so much transformation. More and more light workers and healers are saying, okay, I want to step up. It's time for me to share my gifts with the world, and to provide this program to support you in stepping into that. And I know a couple of people had mentioned that worthiness, right? Stepping into worthiness. The more you connect to your unique divine blueprint, it's like worthiness again isn't even a question, because you see just how amazingly wonderful you are. You feel into all the God-given gifts that you have, and you know, like, of course I'm worthy. Of course I'm more than enough. It's one of the many reasons I love astrology. We just feel into knowing like we have exactly what we need on this journey, and there's so many gifts that we come into this lifetime with, and there's gifts and there's strengths that we are learning this lifetime to step into and develop, and that's where the growth and expansion comes in, which is really cool. All right, so I'm going to finish up for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, sending the hearts, the love. I appreciate you all so much. Sending so much love and light to you all. Enjoy these energies of transformation. Enjoy this creative energy flow. Welcome it into your life. Express yourself creatively. Say yes to your intuition, and it will get stronger. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Bye.